Thoughts on the career of Manny Pacquiao, and did you know him well?
No lo conozco personalmente, pero lo que sí te puedo decir es que ha logrado mucho en el boxeo y ganó campeonatos en muchas divisiones, grandes peleas. Creo que era el momento de retirarse. Él ya está en el Salón de la Fama y la verdad que un gran peleador.
You know, I don't know.
No. Awesome. La jornada.
Canelo Álvarez was surprised by how intense Manny Pacquiao's training looked. He even joked that Pacquiao, at 46, is moving faster in the gym than he ever did at 36. It's always a little scary when legends come out of retirement. I remember Pacquiao's last fight didn't go well, especially against Ugas. He just didn't look like himself. Canelo Álvarez echoed what many fans were thinking, but he also seemed more confident after seeing Pacquiao's recent training. "I trust Manny," Canelo said. "He's always been disciplined, and the way he's training right now is wild." Most active fighters don't even have that kind of strength, speed, and agility.
So you don't lose that. Awesome. Fire.
As expected, many boxing fans agreed with Canelo Álvarez. Legends recognize legends, and Manny Pacquiao is one who will always have a place of respect in the sport. His discipline and lifestyle will always be remembered and continue to inspire boxing fans, one supporter commented. Another fan shared, "I love the mutual respect between these two legends. They're both all-time greats who truly admire each other. I really hope Manny can move past the disappointment of the election and win a title at 46. It's a huge dream, and I hope he makes it happen."
Un gran peleador.
You know, I don't know Manny Pacquiao personally, but I know that he's a great champion. You know, it was his time for his retirement. He had already reached the Hall of Fame, but he is a great fighter.
Yeah. Basically, as you move forward, Canelo, and you look at where.
Another fan recalled, "I still remember the crowd going wild when Manny Pacquiao beat Keith Thurman in 2019. I hope fans get to cheer like that again for the people's champ. He looks focused, and I believe he'll get there." Someone else added, "Canelo wasn't wrong about Manny. Most fighters today don't match his discipline or work ethic. He's mastered his craft and earned every bit of respect he gets." While Pacquiao's earlier training clips showed signs of fatigue, his recent outdoor sessions tell a different story. He's looking sharper, more active, and more athletic with each passing day. Just before his recent outdoor sessions, Pacquiao gave fans a glimpse of what's coming. A 38-second clip showing him training hard. Wearing basic workout gear, the Filipino legend unleashed sharp combos on the heavy bag, flashing the same hunger that made him a champion across 8 weight classes. The video, posted by Boxing Kingdom, came with a bold caption, "The legend is back." Now 46 and nearly 4 years removed from the ring, Pacquiao is preparing to face Mario Barrios, the current WBC welterweight champ, on July 19th in Las Vegas. It's a true clash of eras. Barrios, 16 years younger and riding a hot streak, is known for his non-stop pressure and sharp jab. But this fight is bigger than just names. It's Pacquiao's fight against time, and he's stepping in like he never left.
Let me sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather. How do I sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather?
All right, hey, listen.
then that shows that you're a neophyte in boxing. You know nothing about boxing.
Well, excuse me.
Because no,
I didn't hear you, Mike. What you say?
they don't know much about boxing.
You know what I'm talking about here.
No one said who was better. I said there's nobody in boxing that fighting that looks sensational.
Sensational.
The way that Pacquiao did against Rio.
In other words,
what do you think? You're an expert. What do you think?
I think like Gennady Golovkin.
Pacquiao's camp understands the challenge ahead and seems to be focusing their training on dealing with any adversity that might come up. A brief comment from a team member, shared with Ailey Sekbach of S News, gave a glimpse into their mindset heading into the WBC welterweight title fight. Strength and conditioning coach Justin Fortune and longtime manager Buboy Fernandez were both present when Sekbach arrived to gather insights. But it was an assistant trainer who quietly gave the real scoop. When asked about their strategy and expectations for the fight, he kept it short. It'll go 12 rounds. That simple statement from Pacquiao's camp suggests they may not believe he can end the fight early. Instead of going for a quick finish, they're treating this like a marathon. The real question is, does Pacquiao still have the stamina to go the distance? Despite recent criticism, especially after his loss to Cuban fighter Yordenis Ugas, Canelo Álvarez continues to earn the respect of boxing's biggest names. One of them is Manny Pacquiao, who's currently preparing for his return against Mexican-American Mario Barrios. When asked about Canelo in an interview with ES News, Pacquiao needed just 3 words. He's a role model. He also shared his thoughts on Canelo's upcoming clash with American welterweight champ Terrence Crawford.
A while back, your son was in the gym with Canelo. Canelo showed him a lot of love.
Yeah.
He's a good person too. Canelo's a good person.
Yeah, he's a role model. One of the role models in boxing.
You guys separate yourself from both fighters, being from like the face of the sport.
Pacquiao arrived in Los Angeles just a few hours ago to keep training for his July 19th fight at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. The match will be for the WBC interim welterweight title, which Mario Barrios currently holds. Pacquiao also shared some advice for Canelo Álvarez and praised his choice to fight Terrence Crawford, saying it's a great matchup for the Mexican star. According to Pacquiao, Canelo's success will come down to staying focused on speed, style, and strength. The bond between Pacquiao and Álvarez goes back years. In 2021, Pacquiao's son, Emmanuel Jr., trained alongside Canelo and his coach Eddie Reynoso.
Did you get any sleep yet, Manny? Or
Morning.
any sleep yet, or still the jet lag?
So you know,
Are you still working out?
they like 12, then woke up and 4 o'clock in the morning and that's it.
No.
Back in 2021, when Manny Pacquiao announced his retirement, Canelo Álvarez shared some heartfelt farewell words. This week, as Pacquiao focuses on his presidential run in the Philippines, Canelo responded again to the news. Though they never fought each other, both fighters are seen as 2 of boxing's biggest and most exciting stars over the past 25 years. Canelo quickly praised Pacquiao's incredible career, but also admitted he was relieved to see the 42-year-old step back after his tough loss to Yordenis Ugas in August. It's sad, but it was about time. Canelo told Little. Giant boxing. He did so much for boxing. He's a great fighter, a true legend. After his loss to Yordenis Ugas, Pacquiao had hinted that it might be his final fight. His team tried to clear up any confusion from his interviews, but soon after, Pacquiao made it official himself. In a video message, he said, "As I hang up my boxing gloves, I want to thank everyone around the world, especially the Filipino people, for all their support. Goodbye, boxing." He added, "It's hard to accept that my time as a boxer is over. Today, I'm announcing my retirement."
For Canelo, and you look at, where you stand in your career right now, where do you think your legacy is, and how far short is it of standing as the greatest fighter in Mexico history?
I don't know. But I just wanna say, I just wanna do my history, my things, and everybody's different. But I'm gonna try to do my best and be there in one of the best.
I would imagine that's probably a situation where you're not gonna know that you're that #1 fighter in the history of Mexico until you have reached it in your heart. Is that true? Is that true?
A few years back, many thought Manny Pacquiao might face Terence Crawford since they were close in weight classes. But that fight never happened, which might have been for the best, given how Pacquiao looked in his final matches. Since then, Crawford has beaten top fighters in his division, collecting titles and building an undefeated record that has pushed him high on the pound-for-pound list. He's now set to face Canelo Álvarez in mid-September, a fight that promises to be the biggest payday of his career. Meanwhile, Pacquiao is making his own comeback this summer, scheduled to fight the current WBC welterweight champion, Mario Barrios, on July 19th in Las Vegas, Nevada.
We'll do our best. I mean, it's hard to say right now, but we work hard for this training. We'll show you. What do you think about Canelo? It's good. Canelo is good. And Triple G.
Manny, you were a smaller fighter who took on bigger opponents. What advice would you give Crawford for fighting Canelo? Who's the bigger guy? Pacquiao didn't hesitate. "My advice is to focus on speed," he said. "That's the challenge when you move up in weight. Your speed and power can drop, so he really needs to work on staying fast." At 46, Pacquiao's full attention is on his upcoming fight against a challenger 16 years younger. But that didn't stop him from sharing his thoughts on the Canelo vs. Crawford fight during a May 23rd interview with Fight Hub TV. When asked what advice he'd give Crawford, Pacquiao made it clear, speed is key.
And you were a smaller fighter fighting bigger guys. What advice do you give Crawford for fighting Canelo, a bigger guy?
Oh, my advice is make sure that you will focus on speed. That is it. Yes, sir. Right. That's a problem when you moving up.
It's interesting to see how Pacquiao's advice about focusing on speed contrasts with what many believe he'll need in his own fight. Most in the boxing world think Pac-Man will have to rely on his power to have a chance against Barrios, since Barrios will likely be quicker and more athletic in the ring. Adding to the conversation, someone has even compared the upcoming Canelo vs. Terence Crawford fight to one of Pacquiao's past battles.
Manny, you met Crawford in Dubai, yeah?
Yeah.
How was that?
He got so scared of meeting Manny, he jumped up 3 weight classes because he didn't want that smoke. 3 weight classes? Yeah, 47, 54, 60, 68. I'm joking, of course.
Since it was announced, the fight between Canelo Álvarez and Terence Crawford has taken over the boxing world. These two top fighters will face off on September 13th to settle who's truly the best, and the excitement is only growing. Trainer Teddy Atlas a respected voice in boxing with decades of experience, recently shared his prediction in an interview with The Ring. He highlighted a classic question in boxing history. Who wins when a great smaller fighter goes up against a great bigger fighter? This question perfectly captures the main storyline behind the Canelo vs. Crawford matchup.
Well, here we go.
Crawford is moving up 2 weight classes, having last fought at 154 pounds against Israel Adesanya Maedov. While Crawford didn't look his best in that bout, trainer Teddy Atlas pointed out that Maedov is a tough challenge, with around 300 amateur fights, making him tricky to beat. In his interview with The Ring, Atlas explained the shifting dynamics. You flip the usual advantage and disadvantage. Sure, Canelo has the size and power edge, but then you realize the other guy, Crawford, is faster, craftier, has more tools, and is slicker. Suddenly, the advantage isn't so clear.
It was going to be... I just think Crawford's real special. I think Canelo's really good. Really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. I think he has it. I see it. The timing, the instinct, the eyes, the ability to be chilly cold, not just cold and calm, but chilly.
Atlas compared the Canelo vs. Terence Crawford fight to Manny Pacquiao's 2008 Fight battle against Oscar de la Hoya. He pointed out that Pacquiao was the faster fighter, and that speed helped him win. Atlas said, "When Pacquiao first fought de la Hoya, I knew de la Hoya was struggling with weight issues, but I still picked Pacquiao to win. People said de la Hoya was bigger, stronger, and had more power. But Pacquiao's speed gave him the edge, and that edge made the difference."
Moved up to 154, but he was fighting a good fighter. He was fighting a guy that fought a very difficult style at that moment, and he was fighting at a weight class that was foreign to him, and we had to give him a minute. Nobody wants to give anyone a minute in this business. You're supposed to be great, you got to be great every minute. But I gave him a minute to kind of get his feet settled at a new weight class.
Atlas praised Canelo Álvarez's impressive career, but made it clear he believes Crawford is something different. "I'm not saying Canelo isn't great, but Crawford is special in his own way," Atlas said. "He has instincts that not everyone has, perfect timing, that X factor, and other hard-to-define qualities." In early June, 8-division champion Pacquiao will be inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. After that, his focus will return to Mario Barrios, a 30-year-old fighter who wasn't even born when Pacquiao turned pro back in 1995. Despite his time away, the World Boxing Council recently ranked Pacquiao at number 5 again. Many see Barry.
Greatness is within Crawford. It's in his desire, it's in his mind, it's in his makeup, it's in his background, where he came from. That there's something about, just like a Sugar Ray Leonard had that something about him when he's a junkyard dog, when he has to be a junkyard dog. And with all the intangible gifts that I just touched.
After a planned fight with Pacquiao fell through last year, Mario Barrios shifted his focus and ended up with a surprising split draw against Abel Ramos in November. When reporters asked Pacquiao about the 16-year age difference between him and Barrios and the risks of coming back now, he just smiled and said, "Don't worry about it. It's a tough challenge for anyone at this age to do what I'm trying to do, but if anyone can, it's me." Pacquiao's trainer, Roach, told The Ring through his publicist Fred Sternberg, confirming the fighter's determination. Pacquiao also hinted that his son Jamuel will make his pro debut soon, likely on the same card as the rematch between WBC junior middleweight champion Sebastian Fondora and Tim Tszyu.
You're looking in tremendous shape. You're ready to fight Barrios tonight and make history, Manny.
Manny, you excited to step into the ring again?
Yes.
What do you think of Barrios? He's a big, strong, he's young, he's 30. You have 16 years on him, Manny.
Don't worry about it. Manny, for a lot of people, you're the greatest fighter in history, the only individual champion, the only champion in 4 different decades. When you beat Barrios, what does that say?
Oh, it's a big thing for me.
And congratulations, you're on the Hall of Fame.
Yes, June. How are you, madam?
The excitement around Manny Pacquiao is growing fast. While some still question his comeback fight against Mario Barrios, the boxing legend is focused and ready for the big night on July 19th. The energy from fans hasn't faded. That's all for now. For the latest news, highlights, and everything happening in the boxing world, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss out when we share content like this.